Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my skincare routine. I've been getting requests to do this for quite a long time now. To be honest with my skin, I go through phases with it. Sometimes I have like a couple of months where it's really good and I barely have any spots or breakouts or anything. And other times I go through like stages where I do have quite a few spots. I don't really know why. Like, I guess skin things are down to like what you eat and like stress and hormones. Like, I do often get like hormonal breakouts, but sometimes I just don't get any. Like, it's really weird. And this is just my completely honest and real skincare routine. Some of the steps you guys might not agree with, but like, you know, I'm not an expert. This is just what I do and what's been working for me. I've definitely been through like stages of my skin in my life of having like bad skin. When I was around the age of like, I think it was like as early as like 10, 11, I started getting spots. When I was like 12, 13, my skin was pretty bad and I had a lot of spots like on my forehead, on my cheeks. And then even when I was kind of like between the ages of like 15 to like 17, 18, 19, my skin wasn't the best, but it definitely started to clear up from about the ages of like 18 and 19 onwards. It's definitely got better, and I don't know whether it's because I actually started doing a proper skincare routine. I think it's that combined with the fact that I also have kind of like grown out of puberty, I guess. But at the moment my skin is really good, and so I thought I would do a skincare routine, show you guys what I've been using and what works for me. But yeah, I do just want to say, if you are like a teenager, or even if you aren't a teenager, if you're anyone and you're having issues with your skin, that is completely normal. Like, everyone goes through phases with their skin being like bad at some point. Like, the majority of people do, and it's honestly like nothing to be ashamed about. It happens to most of us. Anyway, let's just jump into my skincare routine. My tripod is wonky. Yeah, my tripod's been wonky this whole time. Oh well. Good morning, everyone. This feels really weird because I actually filmed my nighttime skincare routine last night. So if I repeat any products in this video or I repeat anything, I'm sorry. So as you can see, after, like, I haven't done anything to my skin today. It's looking a little bit oily just after me sleeping and waking up this morning and not having like cleansed my face. I don't usually shower in the mornings. I usually shower in the afternoon. Because I work like from home and make videos and stuff, I normally like to get stuff out the way, like do some stuff first, and then once I've done that, I will then shower, if that makes sense. So there are different products that I use to wash my face in the shower, which I will show you guys later. But in the mornings, honestly, all I really do, like my normal routine, is I just take this, which is the Body Shop Tea Tree Skin Clearing Mattifying Toner. I know this is just a toner and it doesn't claim to be a cleanser or anything, but I just find that when I use this just on like my bare skin, obviously last night my face was fully cleansed. All I've got on my skin this morning is just a bit of oil that's built up. I find that using this honestly just makes my skin feel squeaky clean, and that is all I really do in the mornings. I would just use some kind of toner, and also sometimes I use one by Nip and Fab as well, which is more of like an exfoliating toner, and I find that that really just helps to clear my pores. But this is my all-time favourite one, and this is probably my favourite skincare product ever. I've been through so many bottles of this. I need to get another one. I got another one around, I think it was just after Christmas, and we're now in March, so it does last like a good few months. Sometimes as well, if I'm feeling super lazy in the morning, I would just use these pads which are already like pre-dampened, and these are the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix Daily Cleansing Pads, and these are just like little round kind of exfoliating pads with little bumps on them. So I'm just taking some on a cotton pad. My skin was actually better yesterday when I was filming this. I mean, my skin is really good right now, but I've got like one small little spot that's coming up here. I definitely do not have perfect skin. I've got quite enlarged pores and like redness, and I do get blemishes and stuff. A lot of the time I get like hormonal breakouts. But before I had like a proper skincare routine, my skin used to be so much worse. If you guys watched my videos a couple years ago, I think I've definitely seen improvements in my skin since I've started doing this skincare routine. I definitely don't break out as often as I used to. Like, it still happens, but it's just more rare. And then what I put on my face before makeup, or if I'm just not wearing any makeup, I still will put like some kind of products on my face so that it doesn't feel super dry, because it does feel like after using that, it does feel a little bit like it needs more moisture back in it. If I'm having a particularly bad skin day, oh, I'm nearly out of this as well, I use the Body Shop Tea Tree Anti-Imperfection Daily Solution, and I will just put this literally all over my face. Actually, I may as well just do that now because I do have a little spot coming. And I mean, this doesn't like harm anything. It's a very kind of lightweight formula. It's not oily, it just feels like Very lightweight, it soaks in easily. This video is not sponsored, by the way. It's not sponsored by The Body Shop. It's not sponsored by anyone. I just love these products. And then also as well, I always make sure that I use an SPF. And that's generally like what I do all the time before makeup. I will use my SPF and then I'll use my primer and then go on with the rest of my makeup. Obviously I'm not going to be doing makeup in this video, but I always get questions about what my favourite SPFs are. Oh, another thing I've forgotten is I always moisturise my lips. Lips still count as skincare, right? Gotta keep that lip skin healthy. So in terms of SPF, I've got 4 different ones to show you here, which are all different price ranges. I have one which is the Nivea Sun Shine Control 0% Sticky Feeling 50 SPF 50. This has only got a 4-star UVA rating on the back, whereas all of these others I'm pretty sure have got 5 stars. Okay, this one does. I think the Body Shop one might be just 4 stars. Anyway, the Nivea one is the cheapest. Oh, and you might be thinking, Soph, you live in the UK, why are you using SPF on your face every day when it's not sunny? I'm just really conscious about getting wrinkles on my face, and I know that the best way to prevent against wrinkles is to wear SPF. So that's why I do it every day, but obviously if you are going to be out in the sun and stuff, then it's always a good idea to make sure that you're wearing SPF on your face and your body if your skin is going to be exposed. So this one is the cheapest. It does smell like kind of normal sun cream, which is probably why it's my least favourite, but I still use it and it still does the job. The other 2 I got I think are around a similar sort of price range. This one is actually now completely empty, so I need to get a new one. This is the Body Shop Skin Defense Multi Protection Essence, and this is also SPF 50. Actually all of these are. I know 50 sounds excessive, but I don't want to be wrinkly. This is really nice. This is probably the one that soaks into your skin the best. I also love the No. 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Facial Sun Protection. This one is probably the best in terms of protection because it's got the 5-star UVA and it's SPF 50. This one doesn't have a dodgy smell, but it is a little bit thicker, so I always make sure that if I put on my SPF, I then put like a kind of more mattifying primer over the top of it. And then the one that I use if I want a little bit of like colour, which I've been using at the moment, just if I'm going to the gym, I will mostly use this because I don't want to wear makeup, but also I want my face to match a bit more with the rest of my body. This is the Kiehl's Ultra Light Daily UV Defense CC Cream with SPF 50, and this has got a 4-star thingy, and this just provides like a tiny bit of colour, but I only wear this one when I've got tan on because I find that otherwise it just makes me look like an orange. So it just gives like a little tint to your skin and just makes you overall look kind of glowing and healthy, and it just makes my face match my body a little bit better. And then I will just go ahead and do my makeup, or if I'm not wearing makeup, then normally I won't really put anything on my face. I'll just put like a light moisturizer on my face just so that it doesn't feel so dry. Like on days when I'm just staying in the house, I won't put like SPF on because I'm not going outside. Something I used to love, but I've now completely run out of this, and it was pretty pricey, but when I was using this every day, my skin was so good. This is the Mabel and Meg Luminixer Vitamin C Serum and Hyaluronic Acid. For some reason, this particular one did wonders for my skin. It made my skin go so nice. But when I've tried other hyaluronic acid serums, like cheaper ones, they've made my skin come up in like tiny little bumps, which is really strange, and I don't know why, but this one didn't. So that's my morning skincare. Just a little close up so you can see my skin at the moment. It's really good, but just so you can see that I don't have perfect skin. Like I do have like a tiny bit of texture on my forehead, and then like around here I do have quite enlarged pores, and like the redness around my nose, I've got quite enlarged pores on my nose as well. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it. This is way too close. And I will try and find all of these products and link them down below if I can. I'm pretty sure all of these will be available online. So it's currently 9 o'clock in the evening. My face is oily as hell. I got back from the gym a couple hours ago, and one of my hairbands broke in my hair, and then I just left it. So I'm very tired, and I thought there's no point me dressing myself up for this part of the video because it's literally just showing you guys how I take off my makeup. I mean, all I have on my skin right now is a bit of Kiehl's tinted moisturizer. I think it's like the SPF 50 CC cream, and then mascara. That's it. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I do have a full face of makeup on, and just even when I've got a tiny bit of makeup on, I always use face wipes. People always complain about face wipes and they say they're really bad for your skin and all of this. But I don't just use face wipes by themselves. I use face wipes to get off the bulk of everything, and then I go in with extra steps to like cleanse my face, if that makes sense. The ones that I actually really like at the moment are the Asda Kind and Gentle makeup wipes for sensitive skin. I actually find these work really well They are super cheap, but they're actually like properly moisturized, because you know, or like not moisturized, but like full of moisture, because you know sometimes when you get face wipes and they're like dry and they just don't really do much. I hate that. These ones are pretty decent, and I think they're maybe like 45p. Also sometimes as well, I do use my face halo. They're kind of like these pads that are like textured, and you run them under the water and then they just magically remove all your makeup. But I'm not gonna lie, if I use them too much in 1 week, they kind of irritate my skin a little bit, and I'm not too sure why that is. Maybe it's my washing powder or something, because you have to wash them. I don't really know. That is that. I just completely missed the bin. Okay, if I have heavier eye makeup, I will go in with some micellar water. I just am using up this one at the moment, which is the Kiko Pure Clean Micellar Water. I normally use the Garnier one, or just pretty much any one. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys here, and I'm sure that other people have done this as well. It's not just me, but a lot of the times in the evenings, like I won't even go to the sink and wash my face. I will literally just use something with a cotton pad to wipe off the rest of my makeup. And something that I swear by for this, I know that this is a toner, and people have got angry with me in the past for using this after a makeup wipe, because they're like, you need to do another step in between where you cleanse your face. I personally find that for me, this works to get off the excess of my makeup and make my skin feel super squeaky clean. This is the Body Shop Tea Tree Toner, and yeah, I know that toners kind of seal your pores, but I genuinely find that this takes off an extra little bit of makeup and kind of seals my pores at the same time. And since I started using this toner and introduced this into my skincare, it just made my skin so much better. And there we go, look, see, it does take off like a little bit of excess. However, there are a couple of nights a week where I will be feeling not as lazy and I will go to the sink and wash my face. So I'm just gonna go to my bathroom now and show you guys my favorite face washes to use. Because it's dark outside, like fully pitch black, the lighting is awful and I'm so sorry about that. I don't even know, I'm also having to crouch just because my camera tripod is currently a cup. You are balanced on top of a cup on top of a shelf. But my favorite face washes, so just keeping it really simple, not going through every single one of my face washes, the ones that I use the most at the moment, I do switch them up like a lot depending on the month. But the ones that I always seem to go back to are definitely these two, but I've also been using this one quite a lot recently. So it's the Body Shop Tea Tree Skin Clearing Foaming Cleanser. That one doesn't exfoliate or anything, but if I want to have a good scrub, then I use the Body Shop Tea Tree 3-in-1 Wash, Scrub and Mask, which looks like this. And then also sometimes I use the Mario Badescu Glycolic Foaming Cleanser as well. It just kind of depends what I'm feeling. If I feel like my skin is feeling a bit like dry and crusty, then I will use this one. But if it's not, then I'll just use one of the other two. These are also the ones that I use in the shower. And then I do switch up my face masks. But then my favorite face mask that I always go back to, and if I'm having like a really bad skin day, I always use this one. No, this video is not sponsored by the Body Shop. But they have sent me a lot of this stuff and I've used it and really enjoyed it. So I love this mask. It kind of stings a bit, but I feel like it does a really good job at like clearing out my skin. Then a lot of my evening skincare stuff I keep over here on this chest of drawers. I know it's super messy. If you've watched my previous two videos, you will know what I'm like, and I'm just a messy person in general. So the first thing I want to talk about is eye cream. I know that a lot of people skip out on eye cream, but I just personally like to use it because it makes my under eyes feel really nice, and I wake up the next day and I feel more like refreshed. So I have a few different options of different price ranges. I've got the Mario Badescu Hyaluronic Eye Cream, which I really like. I've got the number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Eye Cream, and then I've also got, this one is probably my favorite, I'm not gonna lie, but these others I also like, I switch them up a lot, is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. This one is the most expensive one. Honestly, either of these other eye creams are fine, so I literally just scoop a little bit of this up, and yes, I do get it on my fingernails. A lot of the time with my creams, I try and get them on the back of my nails, and then I just kind of really gently pat this in. Apparently you're supposed to use your ring finger to kind of blend stuff in under your eyes because it's the most delicate, but I just make sure that whichever finger I use, I'm just delicate enough with it. I then, like, I don't do this every single day because sometimes I'm just too lazy, and also I don't want to do this every single day because sometimes it irritates my skin, but I use a retinol or retinoid. I would definitely recommend googling this rather than trying to get me to explain it, but these basically help with wrinkles and they help to kind of like revive your skin, but if you use them too much they can irritate you, and so I would just recommend Googling it and doing your research, and obviously if you're like a teenager you don't really need to use these. But I have both of these by The Ordinary. I've got the retinol 0.5% in squalene, and then I've got the advanced retinoid 2%. I don't really know what the differences between these are, but I just remember reading a lot about them and I decided to get these two, and I kind of use either or. So I'm going to use a bit of this one today, which is the 2% advanced retinoid. But I don't put this around my eyes because I found that when I've put this around my eyes before, it's irritated them. That's just me personally. And then in terms of night creams, these all have super cute packaging. I've got two which I was sent more recently by Glam Glow. I've got the Water Burst Hydrated Glow Moisturizer. I do sometimes use this in the day as well if I'm having a no makeup day. And then recently I got the Glam Glow Good in Bed Passion Fruit Softening Night Cream, which I really like. I do really like both of these, but they are expensive. However, if you're looking for a more affordable one and some that are super freaking cute, I think these are around like the between £10 and £15 mark. So they're still not like super drugstore prices, but these have lasted me ages. I've got, these are both by the brand Tony Moly, which I love their skincare. This is the Panda's Dream White Sleeping Pack, and then I've got the Banana Sleeping Pack as well. These are both such nice, intense moisturizers. The banana one is probably like my ride or die. I've been through like, I think this is my third one of these now, and I just put this over the top. It's a squeezy banana. Just a warning though, if you don't like the smell of banana, you won't like this because it smells quite strong of bananas. If I do have any spots, I swear by these two. Normally I use the Body Shop's Tea Tree Oil Spot Treatment, which I actually do prefer to just pure tea tree oil. This one is from Superdrug, it's just pure tea tree oil. I find that this is a bit too strong, and the consistency is a little bit weird, whereas the Body Shop one is kind of mixed in with a few other ingredients, and I find that it actually works better than just having pure tea tree oil. Or I use the Mario Badescu drying lotion. Sometimes I use both. I will put on tea tree oil and then put on this. Those are my two favourite spot treatments. And that's it for my evening skincare routine. I am now gonna go take out my contact lenses, go have a snack, and get into bed. Another thing which I obviously can't forget is every single night before I go to bed, without fail, I will put on some lip balm. This is my Lana Lips 101 ointment in strawberry. So this is a little close-up of my skin. As you can see, it is really good at the moment. But I do have like enlarged pores. I've got some redness around my nose. I've got a couple of like acne scars. Good night. I just want to jump in here to say that I forgot about mentioning face masks and sheet masks. That Body Shop face mask that I mentioned, I do really like, and I use like if I'm having a breakout. But if I want my skin to feel like nourished and moisturized, then I will use a sheet mask sometimes. I maybe use them like every 2 or 3 weeks, just when I remember. I don't have a particular favorite one. The ones that I found have worked the best have been like from the Korean and Japanese skincare brands. They know how to do a good sheet mask. They just know their skincare in general. So if I just feel like my skin really needs like an extra moisture boost, then I will use one of those, but only when I remember, because I'm quite lazy. Okay, so it's that time again where it's the end of the video and I'm gonna answer a question of the day. If you guys have any questions for me at all, leave them down below with the hashtag question of the day, and I always answer one at the end of my videos, unless I forget, which I do that sometimes. Question of the day comes from, okay, right, there's so many ways that this could be pronounced, and I'm very sorry in advance. Saran, Aran? I have no idea. But she says, I feel like this is so relevant considering how much unreleased merch we've just seen. But are you thinking of releasing any new merch in the future? And if so, do you have any ideas of what? Love you, Soph, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I love you too. All I'm gonna say about merch is watch this space. But yes, I am going to be selling that other stuff on Depop and selling some clothing on Depop, selling a couple of makeup bits on Depop. So if you guys do want to follow me, it's just sophdoesnails. I'm going to try and put some stuff up today, but I won't be able to ship it until Wednesday of next week because I'm actually going to Malta for the weekend because it's my best friend's birthday. We're just going for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we fly home on the Tuesday. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me out. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!